Hello! Hi. Oh my gosh. Coding Garden fan. Hey, hello. Welcome in. Welcome in. Oh my gosh. Hello. Happy August? um Also super sorry for the delay today in starting. I don't know what I was thinking when I was like, let's do this at 10 a.m. in the morning. Um, Fully knowing that I am bad at mornings. So, also, let me know if audio's actually working. This is very different from my usual setup. Also, I actually have no idea what is it actually using as my audio input because it's apparently not my AirPods that I have in right now. Hold on, let me try something. Hello, hello. Let me know if you hear anything. Oh, now you probably don't hear audio. I mean, you probably don't hear the music. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do today, because this is a very like things are life. Um, where we've shipped off all of our essentials to New York. It's gonna take 3 weeks for it to you know, slowly make its way to New York. In the meanwhile, that means my whole monitor setup, my whole like mic setup, all of my usual setup is gone. And my OBS is like tailored to that setup. And it didn't occur to me until about like 2 minutes before the stream to be like, oh shit, I should have, uh, oh shit. Well then, yep, that is, life is, so I didn't even have time to like blow dry my hair this morning. Now we just have coins all over the place. Um, yep. Okay, I'm breathing. Yes. Okay. So, okay. All right. So yeah. So I don't have my usual setup. Um, and hopefully it's using my AirPods as the mic, and you just won't be able to get the music today because it's like I don't have my laptop set up correctly to pipe music while I'm using my AirPods. It only pipes music while I have my mic, which might actually be pretty easy to fix, but I don't want to fuck it up. So yeah. How's everyone doing? It is a very different time from usual. I apologize for that. I really wanted to make my regular Wednesday 2 p.m. work, but just there were just too many things that I had to take care of in the moving process. So uh, I thought so. We shipped off our things on Monday. And I thought that like after that I can just chill, hang out, um, see friends. No. We have so much cleaning to do still, um, and so many errands to run. Like, yeah. So I've been just running errands, and that's why I couldn't do my usual Wednesday time. But I'm glad that we could at least catch up today um, at this 10 a.m. time. Yeah, how's everyone doing? Drop a line in the chat. I would love to hear from you how your August has been. Um, oh, dang it. Yeah, can you tell that I am all over the place? Oh no. Okay. So that was, I think, my AirPods running out of battery. Can you tell how all over the place I am today? Um, okay, so we're gonna switch away from my AirPods and just to my MacBook speakers. We're gonna try that one. Let me know at any time if my audio isn't working, but according to my OBS, my audio does seem to be working. Yeah. Hi, Essence of Solitude. Hello, Abel. Welcome back in. Yes, I'm glad, Data Dev. Thank you so much for letting me know. Wow, is the audio much better now? That is so weird because bleh, I was using my AirPods, and now I'm using my MacBook speakers. So that means my MacBook speakers are better than my AirPods. I don't know what that says about the AirPods. Also having a lot of trouble with the placement of the camera. I like keep moving around, and so like my like head gets cut off, but whatever. Yeah. This is what I'm all over the place right now. I forgot to update my Twitch to say August check-in. So now it says July check-in. I guess we can retroactively check in about July. Oh, MacBook microphone array is impressive. What does array mean in this context? I've never heard of microphone array. Yeah. And then also my morning coffee. Hi, Juan Calderon Webb. Hello, welcome in. If you're new here, please feel free to introduce yourselves. Two or more microphones. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, I wonder if the audio wasn't as good earlier because I only had one of my AirPods in because the other one is being charged. But yeah. So, this is a, I guess, kind of a quick check-in because I actually have a front end happy hour recording at noon, so in an hour and a half, and so I'm gonna, try and at least take 30 minutes for lunch. So I think we'll go for another hour. Usually we end up going for like an hour and a half to 2 hours, but today I gotta self-control and I gotta stop around maybe 11:30. Oh no, is my okay. Ooh. Hello, Near Liz. Oh my gosh, hello, welcome back in. How have you been doing? We have missed you in the last few catch-ups. Yeah, is this a better time for you? No, this is probably a worse time for you, right? Hello, Near Liz. But yeah, I also feel really bad to both Hello Near This and Pranav, who has been really awesome and active in the Discord that I haven't been active in. I'm really, really sorry about that. It's just been a crazy 3 or 4 months. Ever since I decided that I wanted to go to ITP, it's been really hectic because I've been trying to finish, like I took on a lot more client projects than usual to try and save some money for living expenses for at least like a year of school. And then it's just been hectic trying to move. Yeah, so we shipped off our things on Monday, and we've had a week and a half still in this place, which has been an interesting challenge trying to cook and eat. The first night after we shipped everything off, we were like, oh fuck. We shipped off the spoons, the knives, and the forks. And all we're left with are just a few pairs of chopsticks. And my husband was like making soup. And he's like, oh no, Shirley, we don't have spoons. And I was like, oh, it's okay. We still have like chopsticks and at least maybe, yeah, like we still have chopsticks. It'll be okay. He's like, no, you don't understand. Like we don't have ladles to like ladle the soup into our bowls. Thankfully, we have one pot and like 4 bowls left still. And so it wasn't that big of a deal. He just had to like, like pour the soup in. Since then, we found from somewhere, we have found some like plastic utensils that we never use, probably from like a picnic we hosted years ago. So yeah, and then just realizing random things that were missing. Like yesterday, I was like, oh no, we packed away all of the floss. So yeah, it's been interesting. Ooh. Oh, Abel has been looking for a new laptop. Which ones are you considering, Abel? Oh, so I think I have the latest MacBook. This is the one with the M1 chip, Essence of Solitude. Ooh, hello, Abitroli. Welcome in. Says, wanted to watch Observable stream, but it ended and Twitch recommended this stream. Ooh, thank you, Twitch. Awesome. What was today's Observable stream? But yeah, welcome in. Thank you for finding me. Oh, awesome. How many people came here from the Observable stream? What was that stream about? Welcome back in then. Hello, near this from that Observable stream. Hello, the flood. That is a very cute emote. Around 7:24 p.m. here in the EU. Oh, hope you're having a great dinner in that case. Transition moves are like that. Yeah, so I just realized that I did all of my big moves when I was a kid, which like our family moved from like China to Japan to here. Well, technically, I guess they went from Philippines, China, Japan here. And I guess as a kid, I never realized how much work it is to move countries. I just like get on a plane with them. Like as the weeks go by, my things just get packed away into boxes. I was pretty young when we were doing the moves. I was like 2, then 4, then 10, I think, when I was doing the moves. So like my things just, I guess, get packed away into boxes, and then we just get on a flight, and then we arrive on the other side. So I never really thought about like how much work it is to do a big move. But now I know. Now I know as an adult. I actually think it wasn't as bad as it could have been. Knock on wood. But yeah, like mostly it was just figuring out which service to go to. I feel like the decision making part was actually the like most stressful. Like deciding. So we went and found a place on the New York side. So like the apartment hunting on the New York side was pretty stressful. Then coming back and figuring out how to ship all of our stuff there. We own our place over here, so then like trying to decide like finding a renter and a property manager, like all of those decision making parts were kind of stressful, but the actual like packing and moving things in, I think it might have been like stressful on the last day, but otherwise it was kind of nice. Like it was kind of nice to just not use my brain all too much and just like all I had to think about was, do I keep this thing? Like, does it come with me to New York? Does it stay here? Does it get donated? And that's all I had to think about, and that was really nice. So for like a week, my brain got to rest, and that was really nice. So yeah, I actually kind of liked that part of the move. But the last 2 days was like, yeah, it was a little bit more stressful. Ooh, Juan from Argentina, being a freelancer web dev. Ooh, what is my opinion about being a freelancer web dev? So I think I don't actually know if I can speak to being a freelancer web dev, because I don't think I fall under the web dev category. I think I do data visualization, and I feel like that's like a separate. It's like a separate set of clients and a separate set of skills. So I don't think I can answer to the web dev part. I, if I think about how do I feel about freelancing data viz, um, I think it's a very exciting time. So I started maybe like 5 years ago, and back then, like not that many people, like not that many companies were looking for data visualizations, especially custom data visualizations I do now, or that I do. And I think I guess maybe the word is exposure. I think more companies are aware of what data visualization is and uh, what it's really good for, and why it might be important and why they might want them. And so, I think there's just more opportunities now as a freelancer, because there's like more demand. And so that's been really exciting to kind of like see the increase in kind of awareness of what data visualization is. Or any kind of freelancer. Yeah. I guess as a freelancer, there's always good and bad. Like the good is, I really like this lifestyle. Love being able to be in charge of my own time. But it's really stressful. Like I think for the longest time, the biggest thing I struggled with was the irregularity in my income, where I would go like months without, basically months without money coming in, and then like in the second or in like the third month, I'll get this huge lump sum that like covers like, those months of work. And so most of the time I like had enough to have like a comfortable living, where I was making enough for a comfortable lifestyle. But I guess I should say that like for most of the years I made as much as like a software dev might in Silicon Valley, which is like I'm really grateful that I was able to do that. There was like last year I did not. So last year I really felt like, I really felt that. But thankfully I had enough in savings, so it was okay. But I think even being able to make the amount I need, the fact that they come at irregular and only semi-predictable cadences were really, really stressful, especially from like a retirement planning and like savings sort of perspective. It was just really stressful to not be able to predict how much I should be putting into that, until like, I do my taxes at the end of the year. So that would be like probably the biggest con for me personally. Ooh, is it quite a good time for, like, am I your dinner watching right now, A Sense of Solitude? Hello, Vivizy, welcome in. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Happy hour time. Welcome to all of our European friends. Famous Friends Conference was really fun. I wish I had more time to like attend the rest of the conference. So it was organized by, oh my god, my brain farts so often these days. And I cannot remember. Oh my god, yes, Carol. Wow, how did it take so long to remember? Okay, I'm so sorry, Carol. I love you, you're awesome. I just cannot remember anything these days. I cannot remember any names these days. But yeah, Carol put together this conference called Famous Friends. And we had a panel, and it was a really nicely curated panel. I think the YouTube video is up now, so highly recommend checking out. I was part of the panel about storytelling. And yeah, some really, really great questions and discussions. But yeah, data storytelling, if anybody is interested in that, Um, oh, templates API. Observable templates API. What templates do they have now? I'd be curious. Hello, Andian Willatutu. I love your handle. Hello from UTC plus 7. UTC plus 7. So that's Europe also, right? Like, is that London? No. Wait, no, my bad. London is... Wait, London should be plus 0. So plus 7, is that like India? Somewhere in Asia, right? Ooh. Oh, Abel's talking about what laptop they're considering. MacBook Air looks nice, relatively affordable with student pricing, but I don't know if I'm ready to jump ship. Oh, I see. What do you currently have? Oh, if anybody in the chat is like really knowledgeable about laptops, maybe you can kind of give Abel a hand, because I am really bad about laptops. I've just been using MacBooks since I remember I bought my first MacBook with my first tax return senior year. After I had my junior year internship and I had my tax return, I think I got maybe like $2,000 tax return, and I was like, okay, I'm invest in a MacBook. And ever since then, I've gotten MacBooks. So I don't know much about any other laptops. But if anybody in the chat is really knowledgeable, please share. Ooh, the Flet. Ooh, welcome in. Flet is from Brazil. Don't remember when I was here for the first time. That means you must be OG. Ah. Whoa. Whoa. A sense of solitude is currently splitting my big VM housing Docker between small essential services with the Docker and big and kind of expendable VM with the Docker as well. What are you working on then, in sense of solitude? Ooh. Hello, near this asks about my New York place. New York place is smaller, so our place here in SF is 2 bedrooms, which has been really nice to be able to, like, in the past year, been able to have separate work areas. That's been really, really nice. But our place in New York, because we tried to prioritize walking distance, I think prioritize proximity to the campus. I'm gonna not say too much information. But yeah, I guess New York is also just, I think, more expensive per square foot. So our New York place is more expensive than this place, and we but it's also newer than this place. But yeah, so we managed to get 1 bedroom over there, and so then we had to downsize, which is good because we just have, like, accumulated so much stuff in the last 10 years that it was really nice to downsize. Yeah, so renting this place out, it doesn't, it basically just kind of like averages, or it nets 0. Renting this place out, we're renting to friends for the short term, and then once they decide to move out, then we have a property manager that's going to help us place tenants. But as of right now, I think we're probably making enough to break even after, like, we'll probably have, I don't know, things that we have to replace, all of those little costs that add up. It probably will just break even on this place, and then we just have to worry about the rent on the New York side. Yeah, Carol Caballero. Carol's awesome. She's so awesome. I cannot believe I blinked on her name. I am so sorry, Carol. I'm gonna blame it on exhaustion. It's been quite the month. It's been quite the 2 weeks. Abel, me too. Me too. That's just me. That's me also. Abel says sometimes I will trail off while I'm speaking and feel like an old person. Yeah, like the amount of times I do that now, like my husband just like is like, Shirley, like I'll start a sentence and I'll trail off in the middle. Oftentimes because like I start thinking about something else. Like I'll start the sentence and then that sentence will make me think of something else. So then I'll trail off and he'll be like, Shirley, you never finished your sentence. What are you trying to say? That me. Ooh. Hello Nearless is asking about a link to the Famous Friends panel. Was anyone able to find that YouTube link? If not, I will try and find it. Vivizy gave a lightning talk at Famous Friend. First time speaking on an event. That is super exciting. Congratulations. How did it go? Oh, says, was scared a ton, but somehow watching you and seeing how to talk effortlessly about your work made me think that maybe it could be doable. Oh, thank you so much, Vivizy. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it was. I feel like. I think it's definitely because of the number of times I've talked about my work. I think like it's kind of like the first time you do it, you know, like you probably the first time I do it, like I just have a lot of thoughts in my head and I have to like bring it all together, and so I might like stutter or I might be awkward. But because a lot of times I get asked very similar questions, sometimes like the times when I answer really smoothly is like you can tell those are the times I've like gotten that question before, and so I've like already I do have those thoughts formulated. So those are probably the times when it goes smoother. The times when I'm like awkward and stuttering, that's the time when I got asked a pretty new question. All of that to say, yeah, I think it really is about practice. So it's super exciting that you were able to kind of like, that takes a lot of courage. So I think it's super exciting and admirable that like, you know, you took that first step to speak at an event, especially if that's something that you wanted to do, and then I think it's gonna get better from there. Every time that you speak at an event or on a panel, I think like it will help you formulate your thoughts more, and like I think it will help you figure out how to present your thoughts more, and I think that's probably gonna make the presentation smoother and smoother. I actually quite like doing panels because it actually helps me, like it really does help me formulate the thoughts. Like it forces me to take like everything that's in my head related to that question and like kind of like arrange it in a way that makes sense. And especially if I get a question multiple times, that means like it's a question that people are interested in. And then so it's really nice to then be able to figure out what my thoughts on that question is, if that makes sense. Like, I think it's a super awesome learning opportunity for me too, because then I just get the opportunity to figure out my opinion on it. Ooh, a light gamer notebook right before the pandemic. Oh, Hello Near this got a second-hand laptop. Main things I went for are DDR4 RAM and an NVIDIA? Is that NVIDIA? NVMe M.2. Oh man, sorry, I don't know anything about laptops. Data's the dev. Ooh, this is awesome. Hello Near this says, those are the two main bottlenecks. The DDR4 RAM and NVMe M.2. Those are the two main things that bottlenecks in computers that affect the user's perception of speed. Whoa. That's awesome. A Sense of Solitude says, my current Docker houses monitoring, file syncing agent, web reverse proxy, 2 mail relays, Docker management, Docker updater, 1 file relay service, and 1 voice relay, working on separating a Blender render client and 2 game servers onto the bigger VM. Whoa, that's really cool. And this is, and that's why you can afford to have a really lightweight gaming laptop, right? A Sense of Solitude, because you've outsourced a lot of the kind of like heavy computing into these VMs. Is that how it works? Can you tell how I really don't know anything about computers outside of the work I do? Hello, Jans the Sirlu. Welcome in. Ooh, thank you for the follow. No, I have never tried out the F# language. Abel, are you me? What is the F# language? Thank you, Abel. Have a great rest of your day. Ooh, posture check. Thank you, Essence of Solitude. It's hard to have good posture. Like it's really hard to have good posture, like looking at, my laptop. Because then I have to read, and so that just means that, like, my does it look like, okay, so I can tell that I have bad posture right now because I'm like bent over, like I'm hunched over trying to read the chat. So I think this would be proper posture, but then my eyesight is like up there and I can't read anything. I miss my monitor. Hi Gillian, welcome back in. It's been a bit. NVMe is an interface similar to SATA or the older IDE. Wow, I do not know those acronyms. Vivizi says I wrote my entire talk, rewrote it 4 times. Hope it's like you said, some sort of muscle memory. The more you do, the easier it gets. Yeah, definitely. So I've stopped doing talks during the pandemic. Just because I think when I give talks, I really love seeing reactions in the audience. Like I really love when I see faces are like nodding along or like smiling. I feel like even if it's like someone dozing off, that's also really entertaining, and I really like seeing that. So not being able to have that during the pandemic has made like giving talks much harder and much less enjoyable. So I've stopped giving talks. But before the pandemic, I think, and that's the primary reason I stopped. And then the other reason is like, I just get really I just have so much anxiety beforehand. But I'll probably, and also these days, I don't even know what I want to like give a whole talk about. But hopefully when we can start doing in-person events again, then then I'll be able to get back into it. But all of this to say, before when I used to give like full talks, my process would be really similar to yours, where it would take me like, months on the side to write a talk and make sure that like it's tight and like, there's no like wasted slides, there's no wasted like talking. I would, like you said, like rewrite it, being like asking myself, what is the audience gonna get from this? So then, like you said, I actually wrote out bullet points, and then I would memorize those bullet points. I wouldn't memorize word for word, I would just memorize the bullet points, and then I would memorize it to a point that I could present without notes to the audience. And then every time I did that talk again, because I would I probably write a new talk and use it for another year to a year and a half, just because it's like so much upfront investment that like it sucks if I'm only using it once. And then every time I gave that same talk after, I would only need like maybe an hour to 2 hours to rememorize all of the bullet points, because then it becomes such muscle memory to like, and then the muscle memory and the cadence, the cadence also becomes part of the muscle memory. So yeah, I don't know if I necessarily would encourage memorizing every single point. I think it's really stressful, but I think if it comes naturally to you, that's awesome. And I think it does give a pretty clean presentation, but I think that now I'm just going off on a tangent. I think all I'm trying to say is like, it does become muscle memory. Ooh. Whoa. Ooh, NVMe means non-volatile memory. Cool. Okay. NVMe is faster, especially for SSD, which I'm guessing is solid state drive. Whoa, has speeds like 3000 Mbps instead of SATA cables, the max around 500 Mbps. Oh, so the NVMe M.2 is a PCIe. What's a PCIe SSD? F# is a functional programming language that can be run both in notebooks like Python or as compiled code. Oh, cool. I've never heard of it. Is it pretty new, Jan? Ooh. Interesting. Pranav asks, wonder if you can use D3 with F#. How would you, so Pranav, how would you make that work? As in like, what would be the advantage of doing that? This is not a challenge, this is a curiosity. Yes, oh my God, I agree, standing desk should help posture. Our standing desk is also on its way to New York. So actually, maybe I should just do this. Maybe, ooh. This feels so much better. But now, oh, can you see our microwave? But now my, hold on. Now, this is also non-ideal. Okay. Ooh, great interoperability with Vanilla.js. So I'm guessing it's possible. Cool. Oh, wait, okay. I am fascinated by Essence of Solitude's setup. The Docker is housed on a rented root server, dedicated hardware somewhere in a data center on a server rack. I am more cleanly separating resources and access by splitting the virtual machines. I don't use Docker containers on my laptops or desktops much. That makes sense. Thank you for explaining. Yes, I do have moderators. Thank you, my moderators, yes, we do have a few mods. Shout out to all my moderators. Thank you so much for helping me mod. I agree, Hello Near This. It's like, I feel like talks actually take such a long time, because at least I think technical talk, actually no, even non-technical talks, because I feel like, just like you said, I think there's like first the experience, so like kind of the lived experience, like, first there's having to gain the experience enough that it could be a talk topic, and then after gaining that experience, being able to kind of take all of that experience and consolidate it into like core concepts, and then taking those core concepts and then kind of like arranging them or rearranging them into something that's like almost a narrative. 'Cause a talk is like 30 to 40 minutes of a story, right? So arranging that into kind of like a big overarching story where you can put the concepts in, talks are a lot of work. And so, and I don't know if people realize that until they've like actually tried to write a talk themselves. Yeah, talks are a lot of work. But yeah, but I hope have you given talks? Hello, near this? Yeah, the putting them into words that make sense is hard. I absolutely agree. I feel like that every single one of those steps is really hard. But yes, especially the editing, the talk part is really hard to me. Like, trying to think about like how to present the concepts in a way that makes sense, how to arrange them in a way that makes sense, how to make it such that like the audience is getting something out of the talk. Yeah, all of that is really hard. And then there's actually like getting on a stage in front of people and like presenting the talk. That's super hard too. Everything about a talk is really, really hard. I have a lot of respect for all speakers. It is a very non-trivial job. Poopity. Welcome back in. Hello. Thank you so much. I feel major anxiety every time before a talk. I don't think it really matters how big the audience is. I was about to say, like, especially with hundreds of people in the audience, but actually, no matter how big, I think it just gives me so much anxiety. Even when I was doing it remote, during the pandemic, it was still giving me anxiety. Even when it was recorded and they told me they would edit it edit it after, it would give me so much anxiety. I think it really is like, but the more live it is, the more anxiety it gives me, because I think it's like, I think especially for people in the audience that have never tried to give a talk, it's very easy to judge and criticize and be like, oh, that was a shit presenter, or like, oh, did you see how like that person was like so amateur, or so I think that kind of thing gives me a lot of anxiety. It is like a performance. I think 30 to 40-minute talks, or any sort of talk, like not a lecture that's like a few hours, but any sort of like conference talk, I feel like is very much a, like, and 10, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, all of that is a performance where like usually you have a script and then it's a performance. The people that can do it on the fly, oh my God, I don't understand, but so much respect. I cannot fathom people that like just go up and start speaking. That sort of improv, I just cannot. It gives me like both anxiety and mad respect for them. Like, I feel anxiety watching them. Me too, Vivzy. I'm like super anxious also. Yeah. Memorizing. Is it like just any sort of memorizing, Vivzy? Like, I remember being really bad at memorizing concepts back in school, like especially bio. I was pretty bad at memorizing concepts. But I found, here's the thing. So personally, I found that I'm pretty bad at memorizing, except for unless it's my own topic, if that makes sense. Like if I'm giving a talk, and this is why I usually give talks about my own experiences. Like there's stories about like projects that I've done. Yeah, basically all of my talks are just like my personal experiences. And the reason for that is like I find it much easier to memorize talking points about my own personal projects or my personal experiences because like they're just my lived experiences. So they're already a part of me. So it's just a matter of remembering what I want to say when. So I guess that's probably the only reason why I can memorize my talks. Oh. Hello, C Films. Welcome back in. I am doing great. Thank you for asking. PCIe is PCI Express, Peripheral Component Interconnect Express. Whoa, something your CPU lanes connect to. Wait, CPU lanes, okay, so the CPU lanes connect to the PCIe. And then what does this PCIe connect to? Ooh, BioFreaks. Are you interviewing? Oh, wait. You are hoping to interview at Pfizer for a data analyst position. Yeah, good luck. Good luck, BioFreaks. Oh, F# has been around for a while. Been advertising a bit more in recent times. Also, the second best paid programming language according to the Stack Overflow survey. Whoa, did not know. How have I never heard of F#? Thank you for telling me about it. Yeah. I'm gonna try not to stay in this posture for hours. Although I do need to finish a little bit more of client work, so that might be true. I might have to stay in this posture for a few hours. But I'll make sure to get up and stretch. Oh, thank you. Hello, near this. Thank you for saying that. C Films, my data projects. I wanted to wrap up all of my client projects, but I guess I was working myself too hard the last few months because the very last day I had set aside to finish my client project, I got a light fever, and then I couldn't finish it at all. And then the very next day, I had slated to start packing and moving. So now I have to finish my client project, just like one full day's worth of work, but like fit it in between, like just find little pockets of time to do that. So that's stressing me out a little bit, but it'll be fine. It will work out. Ooh, thank you, Vivizy. So, I don't know if you saw this. This is by my really amazing studio mates, Sailor HG and Alice Lee. It's a jacket called Making Art, Breaking Hearts, I think. Look at all of this like detail and embroidery. It's so gorgeous. Oh, can you see it? Actually, oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, I think they're still doing the pre-sale right now. I think if you just Google for them, hopefully they'll show up. Otherwise, I think they might be on bubblesword.io. But thank you for noticing. It is my current favorite. It's my current absolute favorite jacket to wear. Here, I will put that in there. Actually, let me see if I can find that YouTube video. Let's see. Actually, hold on. I think I might know where to find the YouTube video too. Hold on. Oh, and I was hoping to talk about my classes. I'm really excited for the classes I'm going to take. Oh, interesting. Hold on. Does anyone else know where that video might be? Oh, I also did a really fun thing. Lisa Charlotte Ross hosts DataViz Book Club, and then I think on Tuesday we had the DataViz Book Club for our data sketches book, and that was super fun. I should tweet about these kinds of things more. Wow, I cannot find the Famous Friends YouTube video. Okay. If anyone can find it, I'd be grateful if you can drop it in the chat. Ooh, yeah, okay, so, but I will drop the DataViz Book Club in the chat, because that was really, really fun. When we talked about the data sketches book, and actually, looking at my Twitter feed, I should also shout out the observable stream I did last week with Ian Johnson and Mike Bostock. That was also a very, very fun stream. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Here, I will drop this. Actually, where is the YouTube video for that? They've been having a lot of streams. Oh, there we go. Okay, so that was all of my links. C-Film says, I like doing presentations. Hello, near this. Talked at a meetup, but might do some in the future if I accept being Oh, awesome! Okay. Being an observable ambassador, super anxiety about facing people. I feel you. I totally feel you. So I guess, like, I don't want to be like, you should do it, because I feel like that's irresponsible. But, you know, if all of the pros for you, if there's like a lot of pros for you, then I think it'd be awesome for more people to do talks. Yeah, I've heard that, Jan. I've heard people say that smaller audiences actually make them more nervous because then it's so intimate, and that they feel more at ease in front of a bigger audience. Honestly, I feel anxious in front of all kinds of audiences, so I don't know if there's much of a difference for me. Yeah. Gilliam says, every kind of talk is stressful. Big full room, big empty room, small, very personal room. Yeah. Yeah, the judgment feedback. Oh, C-Films. Most people have selective memories. Can you give some context about that? Very true, Vivizy. We are very good at talking about ourselves. Oh, F# is Microsoft's functional programming language. Wait, I thought that was C#. CPU lanes, PCIe Express, NVMe interface, NVMe SSD is a possible path, for example. Whoa, this is really cool. Yeah. It's been a while since I thought of like, I guess this is technically computer architecture. Thank you for explaining that, Sense of Solitude. Congratulations, C-Films, for your website rankings. The Tea Party? Wait, Tea Party? There was a Tea Party? What? Yeah, let me talk about the classes. Hello, welcome in, Homeless 207. Yeah, Vivizy, I hope it convinces you to get one. It's very beautiful, especially on the back. And there's like a lot of little Easter eggs and stuff. I think Alice is gonna write a blog post, I think, about like how it's very much speaking of like kind of, putting your personal experiences into your work. I think like Alice is really great at doing that. Actually, both Amy and Alice are really good at doing that. And so this is very much Alice's like kind of personal experience with both like, relationships and work. But yeah, she has a little like, I don't know how easy it is to see, but like she has the heart on here, and for her it's like wearing her heart on her sleeve. Oh wait, you can't see. Hold on. Can you see better here? I don't know. Okay. Oh, I've never taken a UI UX course on Coursera, so maybe if someone has a recommendation for that. Yeah, Dataviz Book Club is awesome. Ooh, thank you for redeeming Hydrate Essence of Solitude. Ooh, thank you for joining us, Jan. Yes, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and hope you can join next time. We do monthly catch-ups on Wednesday, the first Wednesday of the month, 2 p.m. This week was an exception. Actually, I might have to move that. Well, yeah, I might actually have to move that going forward because I might actually have classes at that time. Yeah, so I get to sign up for my classes next Tuesday. So I need to kind of like narrow in on the classes I want to take. But let me actually share the course catalog with you all. Let me see. Where is the course catalog? Oh, there we go. Yeah. If anyone's interested, these are the courses that we can take. I would love to hear. I would love to hear if any of them sound really interesting to you. So for first years in the program, some courses are like most of the courses are selected for us. So I think there's four or five courses that are offered to us as kind of like foundation courses. So let's see, there's one that's and these names, I don't know who comes up with these names. I feel like it's really great. So there's what they call ICM, so that's Introduction to Computational Media. And that one is a lot of, the first half is kind of introducing programming, and then the second half is, I think, from my understanding, like creative coding. So I think a lot of like generative art is my understanding of it. And so ICM, a lot of people that can already code will kind of wave out of ICM. So I think I'll wave out of ICM and I'll probably replace that with an elective instead. The second course is called Intro to Physical Computation. So that's a lot of Arduinos and sensors, programming with kind of like physical devices. I'm really excited about that one. The third required class is called Communication Lab Hyper Cinema. I'm still trying to figure out what hyper cinema means. But from my understanding, it's very much about how to construct a film. So I think that course used to be about teaching like video and sound and animation. And now it seems like it still teaches some of that, like conceptually what goes into a film, but also there's like a heavy emphasis on like working with 3D game engines. So it's almost like taking cinema or film and then also layering in interactivity, or I think it's like time-based storytelling and also layering in interactivity. So I think that's the hyper part of the hyper cinema. And I'm really excited for that class. That's the class I'm really most excited for. So I'll be taking that class. And then there's one theory class called Applications. And that's, I think, to my understanding, it's about like media arts and its like place in the world. That's as far as I understand it. So that's a mandatory class. So I have 3 classes chosen out, and then I just need another like 4-unit elective and a 2-unit elective. And for the 2-unit elective, I'm trying to decide between visual language, which is kind of basically an intro to graphic design. So I feel like I've picked up a lot of it ad hoc over the years, but I think it might be awesome to be able to have like more of like a formal understanding of graphic design principles, and especially because I picked it up ad hoc over the years, like I picked up like color theory because of my art classes, or like I picked up, like layout, like how to think about layout because of, I guess, also my art classes. But like all of those I picked up randomly. And so it'd be awesome to have a class that kind of like connects all of those and like gives me kind of like a structured way of thinking about it. But I'm tentative about that class because I'm not sure if it's going to be helpful or like too much review. So that's one of the ones I'm thinking about. And the other one I'm thinking about that I'm pretty excited about is Intro to Fabrication. So it's just teaching a lot of kind of power tools, from my understanding, like how to work with them. I know there was a part with the laser cutter, just kind of taking your ideas and making them into a reality. So those are the 2 classes I'm considering, and then I need to find another like 4-unit elective. If anybody sees any like super awesome looking ones in the course catalog, let me know. Oh, Vivizy. What would be, question for chat. What would be a great place for Vivizy to start exploring observable if they are more used to doing static codeless data viz? I wonder if like observable plot would be a great place to start, or observable templates. So I think it's also where you want to fit observable into your like kind of into your work process, because I feel like the 2 places that to me observable will really excel at is like prototyping. So if you have an idea and you want to code it out, but like not be bogged down by all of the all of the setup that you have to do for a web project these days, I think observable is really good for that. Quick prototypes. But that's like if you already code for the web, then that's like a pretty compelling use case. But if not, it might not be as relevant. And then the other one I think is for data exploration. I think observable just has made it really easy to pull in a data set and then explore it in any way, especially visually with observable plot. I think that's another really great use case. And if you currently do static data viz, that might be like the really good place to kind of jump in to use observable. Or if you want to, I don't think I would recommend observable if you're trying to learn to code, because I think there's like actually coding for the web and then there's actually coding on observable, and it's a little bit different, and the differences if you're starting out in coding might be confusing. So I feel like if you want to learn how to code, I would encourage learning with just like, starting with an HTML file and like pulling in third-party libraries as like as script tags. Let's start from there. And that might be the better place to start. And once you get a good grasp of that, then maybe like trying to incorporate observable as like your prototyping tool. I also really like observable. I've seen people use observable as kind of like a way to tell data stories also, because they are notebooks and you can like explain the data as you're visualizing them. I think that's also awesome. Yeah, I'd love to know from chat anybody else's opinions about where to get into observable as someone that has been doing static and codeless database. Yeah. Especially at like local meetups, I feel like those are like really great testing grounds for giving talks. Hello, near this. Wish you best of luck. Oh, thank you for that explanation, Homeless 207. C# is object-oriented programming and F# is functional programming from Microsoft. Thank you. Flutter Dev, welcome in. Says hop in the chat and say hi. Say I was able to get my local library to order your. Oh my gosh! Thank you so much, Flutter Dev. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for getting it into your local library, and I'm so happy to hear that you're having a good time looking through it. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Sense of Solitude says Haskell makes my brain bleed. I've actually never tried functional programming. Ooh, question again for the chat. What would be the advantage of functional programming for database? Grip Logic, hello, welcome back in. Majestic Mac, hello, welcome back in. Great to see you both. Gilliam says we're fine attending classes, aren't we, chat? Dude, our classes are like 16 students per class. It is tiny. Can you imagine? I don't know. I went to a big public school for undergrad where like our class sizes were on average like 200 people. And even our sections, like our lectures were on average 200 people and our sections were on average like 40 people. So to have a class size be capped at 16 people, it like blows my mind. I'm like, wow, private schools. All of this to say, like, can you imagine? I feel like, you know, streaming a big lecture is like, you know, maybe like nobody would notice, but can you imagine just like streaming a 16 people class? But yeah, some of these professors and teachers are like amazing. I'm so excited. Like you should see, I audited a class 2 years ago from, let's see, did I spell that correctly? Daniel Rosen. Oh wait, yeah. So I audited a class from Danny Rosen, and he did this thing called mechanical mirrors. He's done many things. Actually, there's a Wired interview of him that might be the best. Let me see. Yeah, so he was teaching physical computation. That I, is this the right, wait. Yeah, I think this is the right Wired video. Yeah, so he was the physical computing teacher that for the class that I audited. He was so awesome. So, he does these mirrors that are like, actually, I think for the longest time, he would make quote unquote mirrors out of just like anything. So the one that I think he's very well known for is wooden mirrors. So each pixel is a piece of wood, and when you stand in front of it, there's now it's a Connect. I think it was like a web camera when he first made this in like the late 90s, which blows my mind. But like or early 2000s, and so he would have a web camera that like scans you, and then turns you like pixelates you, and then on the wooden mirror you can imagine there's like hundreds of these little wood pieces, and then the way that it shows your image is by the angle of the rotation of the wood piece. So like the less rotation, the lighter the wood color, and the more rotation, the more it's in shadow, and so the darker it is. And yeah, so like there's so much software and hardware and like hundreds of motors, right? Like really precise motors that go into his artwork, and then he's done it with like penguin plushies and like troll dolls, and like very fascinating, but also such a great teacher. There's just like so many teachers there, professors there like that. If you know Coding Train on YouTube, Daniel Schiffman, who also authored Nature of Code, he's a professor there. Yeah. Oh, Tom Igo, who I think is one of the co-founders of Arduino, he's a professor there. He apparently teaches this amazing class on networking, so like how to connect all of your devices, like your microcontrollers together and to the internet so that they all interact with each other. That apparently is a really popular class. Very excited. Oh, thank you. Hello, new there. Hello, near this. Yeah, Vivizy, I agree about the wear your heart on your sleeve touch. Yeah, so C films, yes to selective memories, but I was asking about the context in which they were related to what we were talking about, because I think we were talking about giving talks and audience feedback. Oh, wait. Ooh, hello, near this. I am so excited to hear what you think about the course catalog. Raspberry Pi Pico should be used instead of Arduino. Can use Arduino dev environment, but the hardware is heaps faster and better for multitasking. Yeah, I'm excited to try different ones, Raspberry Pi or Arduino or whichever. I think that ITP just teaches with Arduino because Tom Igo is there. That's my theory. Please don't quote me. Purely a hypothesis. Yeah, wait, is that also people from ITP, Gilliam? The folks who printed a speaker on clothing? There is, I don't know about this semester, but there have been electives that are around, I think they call it soft fabrication? Is that what it's called? Where they experiment with, or is it soft computation? I can't remember, but it's where they experiment with putting sensors or lights or anything else into fabric. And that's also a really interesting. I just don't know what I would do with putting them into clothes. I don't know yet. That would be a really interesting class to take, though. Yes, fabrication. Pog. I'm getting a lot of votes for fabrication, the intro to fab class. Oh, yeah. Wait, what do you mean, Gilliam? How your program is written? How my program is written, including ethics? You mean, wait, what program? Also, trying to find, wait, let me try and find that, where's the catalog? Oh, here. All the gold, here's the catalog again, the course catalog. Ooh, hello near this says, I like the instant feedback Observable gives. You can make a cell and test something. If you're new, you can avoid the gotchas in Observable by putting everything in 1 or 2 cells to avoid mutable issues. Yes, very true. Whoa, cool, I didn't know that, C-Films. Q-Sharp is programming language for quantum computers by Microsoft. Hello, Maddie Two Shoes. Welcome back in. Hi, it is great to see you again. Also, thank you so much for joining. Oh, thank you for the explanation, Hello near this. When you use a D3 scale, that's functional programming. Let's see. Most of data wrangling, Gilliam says, most of data wrangling, etc. could be assured is functional programming style. Is that Stanford's model, streaming a class? I feel like a lot of universities probably do that now, streaming classes. Let's see. Oh, could be argued it's functional programming style. I feel like, Maddie Two Shoes, I feel like I'm pretty close today. I'm 1 time zone behind. C-Film says, functional programming keep things more immutable, which means variables stay constant throughout the file program and do not change. Ah. Yeah, telling you this. Danny Rosen's work is really awesome. Ooh, Gilliam linked something. Oh, awesome! I've heard really great things about Recurse Center too. Wait, this looks so cool. Yeah, I think Recurse Center is also in New York. Self-directed, community-driven educational retreat for programmers. People learn best when they are free to explore their interests. Ooh, that would be such a fun. Oh, awesome. I'm getting lost in her tweets. Yeah, I hope I get to take some classes or workshops at Recurse Center. That'd be awesome. Ooh, Maddie, are you starting your stream soon? Maybe we can, oh, I gotta go, because I gotta go eat before, we have a friend happy hour recording in 30 minutes, so I gotta eat lunch. Oh, thank you so much for catching up on the VOD later. Not now, but later. Maddie Two Shoes, if you're going to stream soon, maybe we can raid you. Yeah. I do really like the emphasis on ethics in a lot of these courses. And I think that's something we will be talking in our applications class too. That's our required theory class in our first semester. So that one is, there's a class called Hedonomic VR Design Principles and Practices, and that one is, quote, not enough to learn the hard skills. It's also our responsibility to prime ourselves for the human impact of our work. I agree with this a lot. 6 minutes delay. Thank you, Maddie Douches. Ronan 825. Hello, welcome back in. Thank you so much. Ooh, working on visualizing data from a web crawler I made. I would like to make some sort of node map of the pages, their relations. Know any library that does that well? sort of node map of the pages. Oh, recently I used the Dijkstra package because I wanted to map the shortest path between two nodes in a graph. I don't think that's what you're looking for though. If you're talking about a library that visualizes a graph like that, then I tend to use D3. Ooh, Essence of Soul. Thank you for ow, redeeming stretch. Oof. Okay. So I always just use D3 for simulation. And I don't know of other libraries. I've never used other libraries, but if chat you have recommendation for a library that makes a node map of, I guess what you mean is like there's a data structure for a graph and then there's the actual visualizing of a graph. I actually don't know off the top of my head a library that like makes a good data structure for a graph. But for visualizing a graph, I just use D3. But if anybody has any other better suggestions in the chat, please drop them in there. Yubiki. What's a Yubiki, Gilliam? Made earrings out of her Yubiki. Oh, okay. On the hour. We'll probably be gone by then. But super happy to have had you in the stream, Maddie Two Shoes. Thank you, A Sense of Solitude. Thank you for joining us today. Ooh, Chart.js. Thank you for the oh my god. I am caught up. I'm caught up on the chat. Thank you for recommending Chart.js, Maddie Two Shoes. Oh, their implementation isn't really flexible. Yeah, so that's why I end up just using D3 for everything. Like for any of my final work, I end up using D3 because it's much more flexible. And then I might use charting libraries for my exploration, for my data exploration. I end up just like, yeah, the inflexibility of a charting library oftentimes just frustrates me enough that I just go straight to D3. YubiKey is for two-factor authentication. You press a button and a USB thing. Ooh, cool. Would you have a link to that, Gilliam? A YubiKey earrings? We did it, chat. Yes. Okay, so I should go. MongoDB chart for data exploration if you use MongoDB as a database software. That was Homeless 207's recommendation. Ronan says, so basically I could use Chart.js to kind of prototype it and see if it's viable and then do a more final implementation with D3. Ooh, that's a good idea. Yeah. Okay, chat. Okay, stream. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for, yes, this month I'm trying to take off because apparently ITP is really intense. Apparently I'll just be working a lot while I'm a student there, or like I'll just be doing a lot as a student there. But yeah, so I'm trying to take this month off, and next week I have a little short vacation planned, and then we'll be in New York in like 2 weeks, I think. I have to unpack, orientation starts, and then school starts. So very excited. And I might have to change around the stream time. So just keep, I guess I'll tweet about it, and I'll probably try and mention it in the Discord. But hopefully once I figure out my class schedule, which I should know next Tuesday, then I'll hopefully kind of tweet out my new stream time. Yeah. Yeah, see you soon again, Maddie Two Shoes. Roar. Thank you. Hope you have a great, wonderful weekend too. Ooh. Oh, you're very welcome, Stanley Sue. Stanley Sue, welcome in from Malaysia. Thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, you are very welcome. I'm very glad that you found Observable. Yeah, great to catch up with you too. Hello, near this. It's been a bit. Thanks, Essence of Solitude. And thank you, Gilliam. Oh, thank you, Data Dev. Thank you so much, everyone that joined today. It was really great to catch up with you all. And I will see you next time. And next time we'll be in New York.